Hi, this is Christine Crow here, and today's video I want to really be really frank with healthcare business owners. And I've created 17 AI automation agents to help build this into your business. And I've been in healthcare for 35 years, and I've been sharing my insights here on YouTube, for example, about healthcare leadership and operations with this incredible community. And I want to say thank you so much for being here, whether you're new, old, or you just popped in to say hi. I want to really say thank you for subscribing to the channel and also liking my videos, for example. But today is different. This video, it really is different because it is about me sharing specifically for healthcare business owners about running a substantial operation. Now, those of you that are, that have got 50 plus staff, for example, and want to really build something significant, but you feel like you're being pulled down and you're drowning in the operation systems that we've built, which are quite complex, then this video really is for you. So if you've been running a major healthcare business and looking after the operation side, but spending more and more time managing the operational chaos than building your vision, if you feel trapped like I did by your very own success that you've created, this could be a breakthrough for you and what you've been waiting for such a long time. Because I'm not just a healthcare CEO anymore. I've become something much more than that. See, the healthcare operations have become really complex, and they always have been, but we've always been taught to, just take it on the chin. But I've created operations systems, AI specialist systems that will transform how your small to medium or large healthcare organization business actually functions and operates as well. So let me tell you a bit about who I am and why. I've been building and scaling healthcare operations for over 30 years now. Nearly 20 years running my own businesses, healthcare businesses, with substantial teams. Then over a decade helping other healthcare business owners scale from small practices to major operations. And I've been on YouTube for over a decade as a business coach. Now, I've worked with healthcare businesses, helping them to manage their team. And if this is you, for example, that you've got 50 to 400 plus staff, for example, operations that are running from 5 million to 50 million, for example, annually. Entrepreneurs who build substantial healthcare enterprises but feel like they're managing crisis after crisis instead of building growth and leading that growth. You feel like you're firefighting all the time. So when you're running a 50 plus staff business, for example, you know that the operational side of it is complex, right? And it's just bigger. It's exponentially more complex. The bigger you get, the more complex it could get, for example. So every system, every process, every decision impacts dozens of or hundreds of people and thousands of service users and patients, if not done correctly. That's why I've created the AI agents to help you in your organization with operations. Because let's face it, healthcare operations, if you want to scale, then you need to specialize and not just be a generic agency, for example. Just like me, I am not just a generic coach, business coach. I am specific, and I have created a specialized solution to help you, the business owner. So Here's what no one tells you about when you're scaling a healthcare business beyond 50 plus staff. Success comes, it really does feel like you feel like you're in a prison of expansional operational complexity. So when I had 10 to 20 staff, you can manage everything. Personally, perfect. But at 50 to 100 staff, you're managing managers. You're dealing with compliance across multiple sites. You're coordinating hundreds of schedules, for example, and drowning in administration layers that you really didn't anticipate. I never anticipated it. So you built something amazing, and I take my hat off to you. Well done for building a business which has reached 5 million to 10 million to 50 million annually in revenue. But instead of feeling proud, you're feeling trapped by operational. It's like a monster. Let's face it, it's like a monster that you've created. And that's how I felt. And with the current economic pressure, government funding cuts, staff shortages, rising operational costs, running a large healthcare operation feels like you're constantly firefighting operational fires while trying to maintain quality and across hundreds of employees. So at this scale, you can't just hire more people. I thought I could just hire more people. Hey, I'm getting bigger. Just hire more people to solve the operational problem. More people often means more operational complexity, which it did for me. You need a systematic, automated, operational solution that will scale your organization and the operation without adding those extra layers of management. So my personal journey, let me tell you this. Now, I built it because I started with a promise I made to my 15-year-old self. I promised my father that I would be a millionaire, and I wasn't sure how I was going to do this, but I knew I made a promise to myself and to him that by age 35, I would be a millionaire. It took me until 38, but I achieved it. I started my healthcare business back in 1992. And by the third year, for example, I made 1.2 million. So my agency started in 2001, for example. And by the third year, in my agency alone, I hit 1.2 million in revenue. I achieved the dream, the grand house, the Victorian villa in Sussex. The house even had a name to itself, Norfolk House, which was named after the Duke of Norfolk in Sussex. I felt that I'd won the Nobel Prize. I had the dream house, the new car, a room full of office staff. I was paying $30,000 a month alone on office salaries alone. And I'm not referring to those that are delivering the care, that are doing a substantial, amazing service. I'm talking about office staff alone monthly. So on paper, I was a millionaire. I had kept my promise to my father. But here's what no one tells you about achieving your childhood dream, which was my childhood dream. I was working 12 plus hours a day, drowning in operational framework, paperwork, assessments, compliance meetings. I had Norfolk House, but I had no time to enjoy it. The millionaire status I dreamed of since I was 15, it wasn't mine. It was on paper, tied up in the business, in the assets, in the operational complexity. The business owned the money, and the business owned me too. I was watching profits run through my fingers. It was just pouring through my fingers on payroll, on debt, on taxes. I was worth millions on paper, but I felt poor. Have you ever felt that way? Then when I started because I wanted freedom, but I had no freedom. That was what I wanted, freedom. I had no time, no life outside the operational chains that I created. I created it. So when 2008 hit, the recession, my government contract was cut by half suddenly. Understandably, it was the public purse. So they had to make cutbacks. It was a recession. What was they meant to do? I was sitting in my house, Norfolk house at the time, the symbol of my achieved dream, paying $30,000 a month just on operational staff alone, with